with the young G's. I say schedule 69, I'll be winning if they doubt you winning now. Roll the dice big, Tina says rappel it again to yen as dribble I'm a thought the chat to score goals. Hey, beg up a rappel in my kids and chat to trick the client, yeah, they try the hit hole.
Greetings and welcome to it. My name is Chilex Banza the Great, and this is the Great African Storyteller podcast where we celebrate all the greatness. Zonki Darings as Africa, and right now I have the people who just walked away with a great award, really deserving. Congratulations.
Simoñe, Baba, thank you very much. It's a proud moment.
Thank you. And also, how does it feel to you to be receiving this rewarding award, knowing that you've been putting the work? Sometimes it even discourages when you seem like the industry is not recognizing umsebenzi owenzayo, but finally umusa kaNkulunkulu ufike ukwazi ukuthola okufanele.
Hey, Chief, people didn't sleep for 6 months putting this together, so to see it come and be recognized on such a big stage,
Yes.
it's fulfilling. It justifies all the hard work,
Yes.
the long hours, sleeping at the office. This is a special moment. There's a few of us here, but there's a big team across the country that was working on this, so it makes it all worth it. So very proud.
And let me come to this side. When you were busy with this great production, what is it that made you to say, you know what, regardless of what the challenges that we are fighting, but I'm ready to put all in it because I really believe in this? What really pushed you to say, you know what, I really want to make sure that I see this great work being successful?
This was not our story. It was a story for a whole nation.
Yeah.
This was a story for South Africa. That's why we pushed through.
And now seeing this, what does it say to you?
It was all worth it. It was all worth it.
My brother,
bigger than us.
Yes.
It was a story bigger than us.
Ayibonakala impela. And kuwe bhuti, just ukubuza ukuthi kuwena you have put all, and also it even limits isikhathi onaso emndenini because you need to make sure ukuthi you seeing the success of this work on your side. What is it that pushed you to say, I want to sacrifice for this and I want to make sure that it is really a success?
Yeah, as a put growing up,
Yeah.
we look at television stars, we look at the productions that are on TV, and we think that we won't get there somehow.
It seems very far.
It seems very far.
Yeah.
The dream seems like a dream, you know. But when we step into that space, we get reminded of where we come from, and then we push so hard to make sure that we cement our footprint in that space.
Yes.
So, and it doesn't come easy, you know,
Yes.
because there's also like family that support you, because we've got kids.
Yes.
Like Lungani said, sometimes we don't sleep. We don't go home early because we are always at work. And when we get home, we're also frustrated about work, sacrifices that our family are going through. But when we receive awards like this, it feels like it's worth it, you know. It feels like we're getting recognitions for all the sacrifices that we put through. So, yeah, inkosi Butama and Dabulela.
You know, you just spoke about dreams, and sometimes, especially when you come from Elalini maybe or Emakhaya, to say it really seems so far, and the message that you can say to the people who are now watching you winning this beautiful award and being recognized for the great work, and the people who are still saying, yes, it still seems like a dream and it seems like something engeke umuntu wala elalini akwazi ukuthi afinyelele kuwona, but you are that person right now osefinyelele khona and now being able to even win. What could be the message that you can send to all those people who feels like it's impossible to achieve that?
Amaqhawe esinawo eSouth Africa maninzi tata. I will take it back from the story that we told of a young boy from Ezwide called Siya, who is now a 2-time world champion.
Yes.
If we look at his life, it's a testament for all of us in South Africa that
Yes.
yes, it is possible. If we dream it, if we see it, and if we pray about it, we can achieve it.
Brother, everyone here, I would like to say thank you so much and congratulations. uNkulunkulu aqhubeke njalo anibusisa anikeze amandla to be able to tell all these beautiful stories, because if you don't tell these beautiful stories that are inspiring, no one will continue to have hope they'll always die inside to say, there is no one we see outside. But if you are here, continue telling the stories that represent us as Africans, us as South Africans, they will always feel inspired and they'll always feel it's easy or it will be possible to achieve this dream. So thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. Greetings and welcome to it. My name is Chilex Panza the Great, and this is the Great African Storyteller podcast, where we celebrate all the greatness of African storytelling. And right now I'm having the beautiful queen next to me. How are you doing?
I'm excellent. I'm so blessed. Thank you, South Africa, for having me. I'm great.
Thank you so much, and please kindly introduce yourself fully to our great viewers and tell us, how is this night for you?
What's the name again for your podcast?
It's the Great African Storyteller.
The Great African. What's up, the Great African Storyteller audience? The best audience in the world. My name is Sigin Ojulu, or Nubia.the.explorer. I'm an actress, South Sudanese American, and I got to present the award for Best International African Film of 2024 tonight. It was incredible. It's been an honor to be able to do this on the continent and do it for the diaspora.
Yes.
I love South Africa. I love the energy here. There's something in the water. I don't know what you guys are eating, but there's something. It's been an honor.
You know what? We truly, truly appreciate you. And right now, as we're talking about African storytelling, how is the feeling to you, especially when we start now as Africans starting to collaborate and also uniting to tell our amazing stories right now? How is your feeling around that?
I think it's one of the most important times for Africans to have control and ownership of their storytelling.
Yes.
In a world of crazy media, you never know really what's real anymore, but to be able to see Africans in front of the camera, behind the camera, on an international level, streaming on some of the biggest streaming platforms, Netflix, HBO, it is so incredibly important, and you can see the difference in the storytelling because people can see themselves reflected, right?
True, it represents our own community now. Yes.
Exactly. So I think it's the most important time ever to do it, and I'm lucky to not just be an actress, but also a filmmaker and a director, and it is my mission to have people in front and behind that look like us and represent us from all different types of ages, gender, because that's how you get the most organic and nuanced stories, right? So it's important, to answer your question.
You know what, I would love to ask this question, and I'm quite sure it won't offend you because me and you, we are of the same color, of which when I was growing up, I was bullied a lot for my skin because people will always, they feel a certain way. And as someone who's also contributing in the storytelling industry, how were you handling the people who were bullying you, and now how are you making sure that the people who are like us are also being represented very well on screen?
That's such a good question. You know, I find it really interesting when people like to bully for specific things like skin color. I often find when you dig deeper, it's not because it's like hate, it's almost envy. But
in an opposite way.
They sense the power, they sense what is special about our melanin, because it's richness at the end of the day.
Yes, it's very rich.
It's very rich. And so it's been difficult being a dark-skinned actress where they don't see you as the girl next door, or they don't see you in a lot of different roles because they've never seen somebody dark that looks, it's been very difficult. But that's why I've sort of taken the helm and been behind the camera, directing,
to make sure that
hiring people to tell our stories, to just get us out there. It's difficult. If I can say anything to anybody dark-skinned, anybody African who doesn't see themselves represented, listen, if you don't see it, it has to be you. It has to be you to bring the stories to life. You have to shove yourself in the door if they're not going to open it for you, because you are worthy, you have stories, and oftentimes if you're being pushed out, it's not because you're unworthy, it's because you're probably powerful beyond your belief, right? So,
You know what? Congratulations, and I pray that God gives you the strength to continue and fight to tell the authentic stories that represent us as Africans, and also to fight for every possible way that you feel like is always fought not to be presented
Yes.
or represented in the industry, and
Yes.
you fight to represent that because you do have the power,
Yep.
you do have the courage, you do have the beauty, and you do have the intelligence to do that. Thank you so
my
much.
brother.
We
I
appreciate
received
you.
that. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much, and
having
have a great
me.
night.
You too.
Hopefully we're going to see you again in South Africa and be able to see you in other productions that have been done here in South Africa as well.
Absolutely. I'm open for business, and it's awesome to be here presenting. But next year, I want to be holding one of these awards and winning it. So
It is coming.
I'm ready. Yeah.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
Greetings and welcome to it. My name is Chilex Panda the Great, and this is the Great African Storyteller podcast. And right now, here at the National Film and Television Awards, I have the deserving winner. Thank you so much. And how are you feeling tonight?
Hi, I am feeling overwhelmed. I did not expect this. So I'm like, what is happening? I'm very grateful, yeah.
No, that's great. And also to you personally, what does it mean to you to now receive this great recognition? I know that even in South Africa, they're doing amazing, but now knowing that you're not just being recognized in South Africa or even Africa, but globally, your great work, your great art is being recognized.
Yeah, it's absolutely mind-blowing. I think personally for me, this is the first project that I've produced and directed and wrote that was commissioned. So I think for me, this was just like affirmation from the Lord saying that you are in the right position, you are doing the right thing. I'm not an actress anymore. I stepped into this now.
Yes.
So I think stepping in behind the scenes, I just realized the responsibility that goes with that. And producing obviously is that hat that you are putting on. So I feel the weight of that, but I feel the honor of the accolade.
Thank you, and thank you for sharing that, because sometimes you find that it's really hard to balance both, especially if you have been on screen now when you go behind and being able to do the great and amazing work, and that's where sometimes it feels like your work is really not being recognized. But right now you are being recognized. And what would you say to you, that how are you are able to face all the challenges that comes within your task and also the position that you are in right now, but you are also able to pull through and being successful with it?
Yeah, 100%. I think it's about excellence and faithfulness and marrying the two. So obviously with limiting budgets, etc., those are things that producers struggle with. I mean, but I think the most important thing is making people on set feel seen and loved and valued. And I think happy people make good films. So if you value people and honor them, then they will pour their love into your vision, and that I think is how great work is done with great teamwork. So I think the challenge is, production and budgets and logistics and weather and all kinds of things, but the main thing is that people feel seen, because we are in a humane field. You're not working with robots, so when people feel loved, they give you their best, and I think that's the key.
Thank you so much. And lastly, there have been a cry to our South African industry about it not being really recognizing the great contributors of the industry, and you have been played both sides. Sometimes people will say, oh, as the actors or actresses or the storytellers, we're not being recognized. They recognize more of the directors, the producers, the people who are being behind. What would you say to you on your side should be done in order for the industry to be in a good space where each and everyone who's contributing in the industry is really feeling like we are being recognized and we are also getting what we really deserve?
Yeah, I think the interesting part is that if you feel valued whilst doing the work, you don't feel like you need the recognition. Like you don't do it for this. You don't do it for the awards. You don't do it for the accolades. You do it because it's a labor of love. You do it because it runs through your blood, and this is what you were created to do. Like the work is the love. So you don't do it for the extra stuff. But I think when people, like I said, feel loved and appreciated, they bring their best work, and that's when this happens, But it's an inside-out thing, and I think when people in front of the camera start, acknowledging the work that crew members do, I think it becomes a team effort where it's not just one person getting the spotlight. It's a village, and everyone gets a piece of the pie. So I just think it's about seeing one another and uplifting one another.
Being valued and also being showed love is the way that can unite the industry and grow it.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. What an honor to be on your podcast.
We truly appreciate you, and may God continue to bless you to continue to tell amazing stories. We love you and appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks, guys. All the best. I know you've had a long night. Thank you. Good evening.
Oh yes, what a beautiful night right here at the National Film and Television Awards, the second annual. It's been amazing. We have enjoyed ourselves. We have enjoyed to see the people being recognized and being honored for the great work that they've been doing in the television and film industry. And as myself, Chilex sponsor the great African Storyteller podcast, the great TV Schedule 6, being my producer right here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to our beautiful company as well, which is here. This is my producer, Schedule 6, and I am Chilex Sponsor the Great, and we have the great company as well. Samantha is with us right now, and also Portia Nomgqibelo Sithole is with us. We truly appreciate it.